Hello there, shrimp fan. Today I thought we'd do another Into the Shrimp Room because you guys seem to really like this format. I'm having issues with my glasses again where I just can't see like this, and then I'll explain as I go along. But first, guys, today is is it Friday or Saturday? Let me see here. Actually, I have my phone right here. What day is it today? Saturday. Let me see. So we have a little board here that I've made up to help me with stuff, just to give you a rough idea of what I do. So it's Saturday, yesterday was Friday. So I actually did this yesterday, so I had my days mixed up, right? So today would be the iron day, but yeah, I mixed it up. Right, so these are my days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm just going to quickly go over the dosing because you guys will ask in the comment section below. I feed on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I don't feed on a Saturday and Sunday, and then I feed again on a Monday. 3 times a week I feed. I dose iron for mega awesome plant growth on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, right guys? And you will ask yourself, well, I feed my plants normally 3 times a week, but there's times when there's going to be like the odd day, right? Because there's 7 days in a week. There's not 6 days in a week, right? So for all that it matters, I'm actually going to double dose or dose on a Sunday and a Monday, because the plants will like it anyway. They like the extra iron, so that is what we're going to do. Another little thing I got was this. Look, a lovely little Mark Shrimp Tanks magnet with a sticker on it. This is one of those marker boards that have the metal backing, so whatever day you're on, take your little thing like this, stick it on like this, and tomorrow like this. Seems to work awesome, doesn't it? If you're wondering what the rest is, Saturday I use my fertilizer, and then I use my clay and my fulvic, right? And I haven't written down my water changes or anything else on there, guys, because I tend to do my water changes when I can. As you guys know, I am actually disabled, right? So there's a lot of days I can't function properly. Like you don't see what I'm like off camera a lot of the time with my back. Yeah, so it is what it is. I do it when I can. I don't always do it on specific days. I did think about doing it, trying to do something like a water change Wednesday or something like that, but it's too rigid. 1 day for this many tanks is too rigid. The other thing is top-ups. I did think about doing top-up Tuesday or top-up Thursday. Top-up Tuesday sounds nice, but I think I need to actually top up my stuff twice a week probably. Could I do it in 1 day a week? Let's give you an idea of how hot it is here. In the room right now, I think it's like 24 degrees. It's not so warm. It's not that warm, but it's just in the morning here still. Outside it will be... the front side of the house will be mega warm. Actually, that's one of the things that we could probably do today, right? I have a lovely cup of coffee here, which you should always make time for in the morning. As I said before, no better way to start the day. We have to put a temperature gauge out here. This is what I'm going to do today. So I have this already pre-planned, because I have a plan to tidy this up quite a bit outside today. Let's go outside and have a look. My boat has been power washed and cleaned inside. I'm going to do some extra work on it. My back decking has all been cleared. I'm going to do some work on this today. I'm basically going to power wash the deck, which I won't show you guys me doing because it will just be mega boring. And I'll show you a before and after as well, because the whole point of me doing this is I'm actually going to put my plants from the shrimp room outside here as well. It's actually warm, guys. It's warm outside here. Here it feels like it's like what, 27 degrees or something like that. It's a little bit colder in the shrimp room. It's more than warm enough this time of year for my Indian almond plant to go out here, my mulberry bushes to go out here, my banana plants to go out here, all stuff that we can use in the shrimp room. So that is the plan. to clean up all this stuff. I'm going to power wash the little table, just make it more presentable, make it nicer to come out here. And the other reason as well, guys, is it is quite shady here. You can see it's quite shady. There is a lot of mosquitoes and stuff, but I find right now that it's almost impossible to sit out the front or go outside. It's just awful, just with the heat of the sun. Look, the sun hasn't come around yet on this side, but it is warm, to the point where Lucabella doesn't even want to go outside. Right, so let's find a part over here. Right in the middle here will do nicely, I think. Can I do this with one hand? I didn't think this through. I didn't think it through. Let's put this screw here in that crack. Can we force it in? Maybe you'll have to just sit there for a second, guys, while I put this in here. Please, please be easy. Will it go in? Can I do it with one hand? No. Let's see. Go for it, Mark. Go. God damn it, I think I've worn it. Right, so you can see here, this was the one from the SHRIMPFAM, is 25. I don't know if you could even see that, guys, but let's get back in, see what else we have to do, because this is probably very boring for you. I'll keep that right to the very end, guys, before and then after, so you can see. Let's have a little look here, before and after. Alright, what else have we got going on here today? The usual, go in your room as you always do. We talked about this in the other video. Come in here, look for dead shrimp, so that's what we're going to do. I have my glasses on so I can see. Just a quick eyeball. Quick eyeball looking for dead shrimp. Nothing at all. Some of these tanks are very, very hard to see if there's anything dead in here. Oh, we have little babies up here. It's always nice to get babies. I don't know if you can see them. A red baby. Oh, very cool. Anything in the Galaxy tank? No. Red King Kongs? No. German spotted pintos? Nope. Nope. I'm only really looking at the front, guys, because it's a wee bit hard to see away at the back. This is the tank that we had issues with before, so let's make sure we just have a wee bit of an extra look. You know what we might do today as well is move this filter here to that bark wall, because I mean, guys, you know what it is, you come into a room like this, tanks look really nice when the sides of the glass are clean, don't they? Look at this. Cleaned this last week and it just makes the tank look hell of a better, doesn't it? Any deaded shrimps? Let me see. Let me know in the comment section as well if you actually can see a dead shrimp anywhere, because I do miss them sometimes. I don't think there's any today. Very, very good, Mark. No dead shrimp. Let me see. This one's looking very green, isn't it? No deaded shrimp. Well, here's our Galaxy female. I was aware the last time, guys, it was a little bit too close and it was kind of look blurry. Come on, she's fanning something. I wonder if she's thinking about getting eggs soon. There was a little bit of activity in here yesterday. Yeah, she's fanning. There's a molt at the back there that might be from her. Fingers crossed. You see, no dead shrimp in the crystal tank. Yesterday I was just going through my aquariums, removing a lot of the dead bits and stuff, so it's just something I'm going to try and do more and more often, like the leaves on my plants. If I see one that's particularly tatty, or you know, it would be better if I just cut off completely and let the plant grow a new good leaf. That's what we're going to do. Yes. Let's have a look over here. Calcio tank got a little bit of a makeover yesterday. A little bit as in a tidy up. We've got our Cryptocornea Nuri. I think that's what it's called, Cryptocornia nuri. I think I'll name that as this tank actually, the Cryptocornia nuri tank, because I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but this plant is actually quite expensive to buy. It costs maybe about $30 for a bit this size, a tiny little bit. I paid $30 for 6-8 months ago for a little bit like this, and it did have a couple of little runners on it, and that is this plant here now. And it has since had a couple of little runners. So it's really nice, isn't it? Look at that. Really, really nice. An awesome looking plant. Can't really see there's anything in there, but they did have babies, haven't they? I have seen babies in here. Let's go over here. I'm not sure if I would ever see a dead shrimp in this tank. I don't think that's an issue with this. Guys, this tank has become amazingly cool looking ever since I added that big bit crushed coral to the center. It seems to have made the world of difference in the way the shrimp are on my ukulele. They're very, very active. There's like lots of babies in the water column as well. You could probably just see all these little teeter-tot little things. Looking cool. They're all over this crushed coral as well, you see them? I'll have to do a video, guys, on how I acclimated my nerite snail into this tank, because there's a way you do it. It's very simple actually, I'm just going to tell you right now. Right, so normally the zebra nerite species, we buy them, they are in fresh water, right? And you can't actually put them in brackish water. I'm not sure if you can put them in pure salt water, but this is, the Opa Uli here is a brackish water tank. Right, so the way you do it is you can drip acclimate them, or my preferred method was to get a glass, right, with the fresh water in it, plop it into this tank here, and just let the snail do its own thing, right? And what happens is the snail will eventually climb up the floating glass on the inside and then down the outside, right, and it will touch the brackish water on the inside, and it will acclimate to the salt water itself in its own time, right? So when I did mines in here, my nerite snail, it looked like it went missing for at least a week. I actually thought it was dead, but it wasn't. I can't see it today, but yeah, it goes around here, does an awesome job. One of the things as well, guys, is the way this tank looks. I'll just go back a little bit. I'm not sure how much is down to the nerite snail, the algae being reduced in here to this green carpet. Even the green carpet is getting less and less, you can see it. This guy's like, what, 4 months ago was way up here, all over the place. Big, massive, messy ball of string algae and whatnot, and it's reduced down to this. Right, so I think my nerite has helped, and I think this Cheeto macroalgae has helped as well. This was a tiny little bit that was in the bark away over here, you could just see it. Right, and since I've been dosing ferts in this, ferts as in just iron, I'm not brave enough to put anything else in here. It is started to grow really well again. I knew to dose iron in this before, but I just, you know what it's like, you get lazy, but now I have like a proper plan. Seems to be working awesome. It's a cool looking tank, isn't it, guys? Sulawesi, you guys saw the video I did into the shrimp room number 4. We talked about me adding this to the tank. Has it helped? I would say yes, the shrimp are quite a bit more active. Another good thing as well, guys, is I noticed that in this tank as well, once I added crushed coral to a tank, my walls start to go a little bit greener. You see it? It's very noticeable in this compared to the last video I did into the shrimp room. That was only last week. There was no green on the wall at all. You can see it now. Isn't that cool? So this definitely works. Definitely works, adding some crushed coral. Yeah, I can see it all over the glass at the front as well. You may be able to see it. Let's have a look down here. This tank is doing really good as well. So it's, guys, trust me on this, get yourself some crushed coral. I keep on saying crushed coral just out of habit. Piece of coral, put it in your shrimp tank. Your harder water shrimp tanks, they really seem to benefit from it. All the snails look mega healthy. The shrimp are very active. Got all the blue dreams on top of that filter. This tank is doing quite good as well. All the green jades in the top. The thing I noticed about this tank was I'm not going to feed them for the camera, guys, because I get into that habit of feeding them for the camera and then you can have issues from it. But when I fed these guys yesterday, these were just as active as my blue dreams yesterday, right? So this also has a piece of crushed coral in the back. Blue dream tank, blue dream, blue bolts. Guys are looking awesome. We were meant to just come over here and check these for dead shrimp, but I haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, I can tell that the fur or something isn't doing its job in here, because it looks like my moss is dying at the back here. You can see it here. This was the same issue we had last week. But then this tank is the complete opposite. Look at that moss growth. Isn't that just gorgeous? Gorgeous. Right, so yeah, I think this tank has run out of fertilizer from the soil itself, which we'll have to look into a way of fixing. There is a way to do it, guys. I've actually been testing different mesh media bags with soil in them just to see if we can get something working right, because you guys will have noticed this big bag in here. This is probably about 3 litres of master soil. Master soil is a very good soil. The super crystal reds that you just saw away down here. This is a master soil tank. Now this one is a very thin layer of Amazonia and a tiny bit of master soil, but this is mostly master soil, and you can see the difference. Right, so we have a 3 litre bag in here, master soil. I can see the plants are really digging it. Could be a combination of the iron and stuff. I think all these little things that we do in the shrimp tanks help a lot, right? So yeah, that is that. What else have we got to do today? Iron, I could do some iron. You guys can see that, I think. Oh, we were talking about coral in your tanks. This is one of the ways, guys, that you can do that. I've never even opened this. This is chicken licking poultry grit, right? It is basically oyster shell. And you can also use this to stabilize the pH in your harder water tanks. So don't use it in soft water tanks like this, because your soil stabilizes your pH in a soft water tank. Right? But stuff like this. This is oyster shell. I would give this a rinse, and I would simply add it to your harder water tanks, just sparingly whenever you felt like it. Because the difference between this and the coral is coral, I think it dissolves a little bit faster. This is more of a long-term thing. You could probably actually make this as a like a substrate as well if you wanted to. That would be quite cool. Maybe in something like the Sulawesi tank or the Opa Uli tank. Maybe a cup full of this in one of the Neo tanks would set the pH perfectly, right? Because that's what you're after. Your normal tanks with just say if you have tap water as an example and your gravel, you more or less have nothing to buffer your pH of your tank, right? So that's what that is for. There's what else have we got here? Did I said something about iron, didn't I? Iron, where's my iron? Yeah, let's go through my iron. I've even got it written down here. This is 13% iron, 4 grams per 500 ml. That is the dosage. I do have the bag somewhere here, guys. I think I'll get that out for you as well, because that'll be quite interesting for you to see. Let me see over here. Iron, right, guys, you can buy lots and lots of different places. This is just EDTA chelated iron, Fe 13%. And the dosage for this is 4 grams of that stuff. As far goes, let's see. Oh, I actually have it on here as well. See, Mark, you're such a genius. A genius. Usage 4 grams Fe 13% EDTA plus 500 ml of water. I can't tell if you guys can see this because I've got my odd glasses on. 1 ml of solution per 100 liters of tank water. Now that is 1 ml is I dose more than that. Just let's say I dose more. I dose double the amount per 100 litre, right? So I dose 1 ml per 50 litres. I don't think you can overdose iron, so it's always a little bit better to give them more than they need, I think. Okay, so this is just a powder. You add 4 grams, get yourself a little measuring thing, put it into 500 ml of water, and this is what you end up with. This little thing, right? And all I do, guys, is when I come in here, I look at my little board. It says we're going to change this to Sunday. It's going to be Iron Day, Iron Man Day, because I actually did these other ones yesterday because I'm a dumbass. Okay, so we would open this, give it a little shake. Right, and I have some lovely little syringes here, courtesy of Qualdrop, and they're awesome products. I have quite a few different types here. Guys, just a general rule of thumb, right? As I said to you before, you can't really overdose iron. So what I like to do is 5 ml in my big tanks like this, because if I'm doing 1 ml per 40 litres, a tank like this is easily 4 or 5 times bigger than my 50 litre tank, right? So it's okay for me to use 5 ml if I'm using 1 ml for a small tank. You get the drift. Okay, so all I would do, guys, is this. Right, my lights are on. They've been on for a good hour, right? So I would wait when your lights come on, because it's probably optimal time. Someone can probably tell me this in the comments. They got you guys that are really into your plants. If there is an optimal time to dose iron in your tank, let me know in the comment section. Let me know, or forever hold your bollocks. So let's get you up here, like so. Right, and I'm just going to go around and do the large tanks. 5 ml. Like this. Spread it across the top. Crayfish tank. It has a lots of water tang in it. I actually have been doing my little tubs and stuff you see here. It's a water tang. Sylvania, it's a water tang. Guys, I've actually even been giving iron to my terrestrial plants as well, and they seem to really enjoy it. Right, so iron's good for all plants. It helps them photosynthesize. Put you over here, put you over there, and then I'll change because this is too big for all the other tanks. Let's go to a 1 ml thingamajig. As I said, I dose more than the recommended thing that says in here. I do 1 ml per 50 litres of water. Okay, so this little syringe is exactly 1 ml. This little container here, I also dose some iron as well. It's a small tank, so we'll give it 0.5 ml. Right, and then we go around all the tanks. The one with the Cheeto macroalgae in the brackish water, I'm going to give it 2 ml because Cheeto really loves iron. I've noticed it growing much better if I dose a little bit more iron in that tank, right? So got the Sulawesi tank. I don't have loads of plants in here, but we do have a couple of crypts that are growing really nice. Crypts in warmer water and higher pH like this, they will either die back or they will die back and grow really, really nice. So we put our iron in there and it's looking good. Oh, let's see, can I just put you here? It's very hard to do this with one hand. So let's get you down. That's the beauty of having magnetic shade covers. Magnetic shade covers, because they are really easy to go on and off. Right, so stuff like Hygrophila here absolutely loves iron. You can see here how green it is. Guys, I would normally spread the iron out a little bit as well. I wouldn't just put it into one spot. I would drip it all over the tank just to make sure it's spread out. We're almost done with this rack. Magnetic cover back on. Let me see, you guys, I'm not sure, yeah, you guys will have seen the video for this. We have to keep an eye on our little apple snail hatchery here. Let's have a little look, because the only thing you have to do with an apple snail hatchery is you have to watch the moisture level there. Right, so at the front here you can see, guys, that the snail eggs have melted, right, but the rest are okay. You can see it there. Right, and that was when I made that video. This would have been the video before this one. You guys will will probably remember that the eggs had a little bit moisture on them, right, and that was from the condensation from that tray there. It's not a good thing to have on apple snail eggs. I think I say that in the video as well. That actually makes the snail eggs melt, right, so that's not what you want. Let's go. There's a little bit of an oily film in this tank. Let me see. You see it? I don't know if that'll come out in camera. It's not on this side. Tiny bit of oily film. I'll have to get in there and check. Make sure there's nothing dead. Slightly oily. It's a bit unusual to get oily, an oily slick like that on a bubble with air. Might have been from the food. I think I fed a marine fish based food yesterday, so that's probably why there's a slight oily film. Let's go. This tank has red root floater in it, guys, right? Red root floater loves iron, so yeah, I'm putting a full 1 mil in that little tank. And this isn't something that is instant, guys. You won't notice something instantly happening with your tanks if you start dosing iron, but it will happen over maybe a week or two. You'll start to notice just things, little things like this. Look at that lovely growth on this moss here. Isn't that cool? If anyone knows what this is called, please let me know in the comment section below. A lot of this stuff I get, guys, is when I get shrimp shipments, I keep the little bits of moss and they grow like this, but it has a really, really nice green tips and stuff on it. We've already dosed this tank, right, so we're going to go to the side tanks. 1 mil, look at the growth in this tank. This is a master soil tank that has an Archidama base, but look at the plant growth. I think this was the same, but it has a lot of algae. I didn't put iron in the other tank, I don't think. You know, if we're getting to have coffee there, guys, I'll have to get it before it goes cold. Let us see. Yeah, so I do the same, guys, with my terrestrial plants. I dose a little bit into my orchids and stuff as well. That's a wasser tangle, isn't that cool? This is in a mix of master soil and plain gravel and sand. This is my only, I think it's my only really mixed substrate tank here. Guys, the reason I tried this as well is because, look at that lovely buried female there, you see? The reason I tried this is because I have good success with tangerine tigers on soil and inert sand and gravel as well. I have just the equal amount of success, so I wanted to see if this was okay. It seems to be okay. Seems to be good. They're still not breeding like rabbits, but it is what it is. All that lovely duckweed. Alright, I think that is it for the iron dosing today, which is awesome. Another one to tick off the list. I think that's actually all I have to do today in here. Child safety lock dam here. Yeah, as I said, I was going to feed the shrimp, but not today. You guys would have seen that decking before. That is probably going to be my next beautiful thing I do. I'm going to put up an after picture here, or maybe just a minute of footage so you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, I'm about halfway through. You can see quite the clear difference in the colour. The deck looks really nice over here. And I still have half of it to do, right? But I thought, why don't we try this chair? The chair looks pretty manky. If that's not oil, I wonder what will happen if we power wash exactly half the chair. Let's see what happens. Try this top part. What do you think? This little bit here could probably be wiped off, probably. A bit of an old carpet here. Let's see. I'm not sure. I mean, I have spray painted and stuff on this, so let's see. It probably will work in fabric as well, because I've actually done the canvas on my boat too. Let's see. Actually, This is just a doormat, right? Let's see, so we could probably power wash it on here. We're going to power wash half of it and see how we get on. I'm going to do that table as well because I have a feeling this table will come up quite nice. Let's do half of it. We're going to do half of it. I know that is wet, but I can clearly see a difference in it. Let's try this table. We're going to do half across this way. Let's see. Let's have a look from the top. I tell you what, guys, power washing stuff is extremely satisfying. It's extremely satisfying. If you haven't done this before, I suggest you get one and power wash everything you own. Alright, I'm going to finish the rest of this. We'll be right back, I think. Alright guys, I have done all of the decking. It's looking real good actually. Once it dries it will be like a red mahogany type colour. So that's what the wood looks like. I just have to give this a little spray to get the rest of the clinging dirt off. So as I said, I'm going to put plants out here. But guys, I thought I would do this part at the very end because it is the worst on the decking. It is just an algae step basically, right? So let's do this.
Wow, look at the difference. Isn't that cool?
Hi guys, I will get back to you on the next shrimp room video, which will feature the plants and stuff out here. Right, so have an awesome day, and get outside as well. It's beautiful out there. Catch you in the next one, guys.